afternoon, our viewers in the African continent and beyond. You're watching on Eyeafrica TV, and I am Fatma Tajaju with the stories making headlines in our studio. Babu Janha, a former driver to the former Chief of Defense Staff of the Gambia Armed Forces, Colonel Ndur Cham, appears before the TRRC today to give his testimony in regard to his arrest and torture at the NIA office in Banjul, saying he was arrested on 3rd April 2006 when they accused Colonel Ndur Cham for the coup plot against former President Jammeh. He told the commission that Alaji Martin came for him around 3 p.m. with armed soldiers and took him to the NIA, where he met the interrogation panel members that were questioning him in connection to the 2006 coup in which he knew nothing about. He added that Alaji Martin and Musa Jammeh led the torturing team, and he was severely tortured by the interrogation panel members at the NIA office with all the pain he undergone and has never received any medical support from anyone. He describes the Maltu Central Prison as an inhuman place where he served his prison term. The international community mourned the martyrdom of Mohamed Morsi, Egypt's first democratically elected president, who died Monday during a court appearance to face charges many believe were politically motivated. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan wished God's mercy for Morsi, whom he called a martyr who died struggling for his cause, adding history will never forget the tyrants who caused his martyrdom. Qatar Emir Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani also mourned Morsi. We received with deep sorrow the news of the sudden death of former President Mohamed Morsi. Prince Moulay Hisham of Morocco and the first cousin of King Mohammed VI said Morsi's situation was the tragedy of the time of his death. Morsi faced a host of legal charges which he, along with numerous human rights groups and independent observers, said were politically motivated.
The whole world watched the crime of killing our president, the first elected.
Mohamed Morsi, Egypt's first democratically elected president who died yesterday, was buried early Tuesday in the presence of only his family members and lawyers. A leaked document on social media purportedly said that the funeral attendees were Morsi's brother, son, wife, and 2 lawyers. Earlier, Egyptian authorities rejected a request by Morsi's family to bury him in his hometown in Sharqiya province, his son Abdallah Mohamed Morsi told Reuters on Monday. Meanwhile, Egyptians in New York staged a demonstration outside the Consulate General of Egypt in New York over his death. Egyptian Dr. Mahmoud Al-Said and Ahmad Abdul Basit, former physics professor at Cairo University who found asylum in the U.S. after the 2013 Egyptian coup, speak during the demonstration on Monday. Listen to their reaction in this insert.
The whole world watched the crime of killing our president, the first elected president in the Egyptian history, Mohamed Morsi, was killed today by the military coup authorities. El-Sisi himself, he has ordered his killing since day 1 in July 3rd, 2013, when the military coup. ولكل الأحرار في العالم هذا الرجل الذي مات اليوم واستشهد اليوم شهيدا على خطى عمر المختار الذي قال.
He died and we lost the first joy of the 25th revolution in Egypt, and I will borrow some words from President Erdogan today when he knows the news. He said we lost my brother Mohamed Morsi and we consider him as a shaheed, and I will say نحتسبه عند الله شهيد إن شاء الله.
A strong earthquake in southwest China killed at least 12 and injured hundreds of others, local media reported. The epicenter of the 6.0 magnitude earthquake was located at a depth of 16 kilometers in Changjiang County of Sichuan Province, state-run Daily Global Times said in a report citing China's Earthquake Network Center. Local authorities made an emergency response by sending 5,000 tents, 10,000 folding beds, and 20,000 quilts to the earthquake-hit areas. According to the Daily, in 2008, an 8-magnitude earthquake in Wenchuan County of Sichuan is considered the most deadliest one in the country's recent history, with nearly 70,000 fatalities. The world's population is expected to increase by 2 billion persons in the next 30 years from 7.7 billion currently to 9.7 billion in 2050, according to a new United Nations report. John Wilmot, director of the Population Division at UNDESA, said the global population has grown more than threefold, adding that the projections indicate that growth would continue and that the global population should number around 9.7 billion in 2050 and 10.9 billion in 2100. Here is an insert.
An estimated 2.5 billion people in 1950, the global population has grown more than threefold and now numbers around 7.7 billion. Using demographic and statistical methods, we have projected the global population forward to 2100. Our latest projections indicate that growth will continue and that the global population could number around 9.7 billion in 2050 and 10.9 billion in 2100. Just as significant as the increase in numbers is the fact that the global population is aging. Across the globe, the distribution of the population by age is shifting upward from younger to older ages. Understanding and anticipating these changes, both the growth and the aging of the human population, are extremely important as the world seeks to set a path towards sustainable development. Nevertheless, one feature that all of the current scenarios have in common is a continuing slowdown in the pace of population growth from now until 2100. According to the projections being released today, it seems plausible that the world's population could reach its peak around 2100 at a level of nearly 11 billion. However, that outcome is not certain, and in the end, the peak could come earlier or later at a lower or higher level of total population.
UEFA President Michel Platini has been arrested by French authorities on Tuesday in an investigation regarding the awarding of 2022 World Cup, local press reported. Platini was taken into custody and taken to the premises of the Anti-Corruption Office of the Judicial Police, according to a report by the French investigative website Mediapart. Platini, who is a French football legend, served as the UEFA president after his election in 2007 until 2015, until he was banned by the FIFA Ethics Committee in relation to a corruption investigation relating to the awarding of 2022 World Cup. The decision in December 2010 to award the World Cup to Qatar surprised many, given the lack of potential local audiences for the games, the extremely hot summer weather, and the poor performance of the country's national squad. It will be the first Arab state to host the competition. Qatar was announced in December 2010 as the host of the biggest football event in 2022. Well, viewers, that's all we have for you on the headlines making our studio stories. For more on this and other stories, log on to our website, eyeafrica.tv. I am Fatma Tajaju. Bye for now. Fear over electoral rigging rocks Zimbabwe as the country.
Yesterday, after listening to Prime Minister May's assessment of the state of the negotiation.
Why it is our diocesan patron feast day is because the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Assumption is dedicated.
Do not have it in their mindset or in their psyche that we are playing against Algeria.
It's J Life